Good afternoon, Montana photography fans. And we promised some HDR, and I wanted to find a program for you guys that would work like a champ first time, would work with one photograph or work with a succession of photographs. And I finally found one for you. Because mine, I thought, well, if I show you guys Luminance, which is right here, this is a very good program too, but it's an advanced program that would make you absolutely crazy. And it generally works with 3 shots. So here's the thing. If you're going to take photographs, you want to take a series of 3 photographs. And what I do is I change the f stops from f, maybe by 1. So it's an f-stop change, f-stop 1, f-stop 2, 2.5. I usually change 1.5 myself when I'm really working on very spectacular HDR. And this particular program works very, very well with it. But I'm going to tell you, read the instructions, and you're going to be fooling with it for a month before you get it right. And I really like that. But what I came up to was a program called Basic, Easy HDR Basic. Very nice program. Now, let me take a look here for a second. I'm going to have to try and find the photograph. Here we go. That we started with. You see I do a series of 3. It's really important when you change the f-stops to do that. On this particular one, though, I'm just going to open 1 because HDR does that. So what happens is it tells you, first of all, in pre-processing it, you want a chromatic alteration correction. And we want to continue with that. We want to do an LDR enhancement. Yeah, we want to continue with that. Okay, so we're waiting. And there you go. Okay, looks pretty cool. It did as much as the GIMP program did with adding the color, but without the yellow. Now, here comes the neatest part. Alright, get the dog to be quiet momentarily. And we're going to go dramatic, strong. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, you can't knock something like this. And it has different settings. So you don't have to be that. You can do natural, which I think is very, very useful. Okay. And then using those colors, that would have been pretty super too. And so it goes through night, vivid colors, dramatic dark. Let's see what that looks like. I like that even better. It has an old style finish to it. Now, just to give you a clue about how wonderful this is. Why sometimes I use HDR and sometimes I don't. We're going to open up another image. Okay, and they're doing an image sequence, which we don't want to do. Hold on a second. Let's just do a new one. Yes. Okay, so we're gonna do this guy. Okay, again, the chromatic aberration correction. The LDR enhancement. And this is just basic, ladies and gentlemen, without the ghosting. This program is probably about 15 megabytes big. You're going to enjoy it. It's going to fit. There you have it. Isn't that wonderful? Now, let me view this out. So we're going to fit the workspace. Now, I am going to use Dramatic Strong. Wonderful shot, by the way. There you have it. Very simple program. And then you can process it. You got your tone maps and whatever. When you finish, you want to process it, unless you want to save it as something else. And there's a little bar on the bottom down here that runs. So you have to give it a chance to do it. I've got 8 gigabytes, running. So let's fit in a workspace. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I think this is an excellent program. Great for you guys to start with. As you can see, there is no ghosting. A tad right up here. Just a tad. Okay? And if you don't want to do it dramatically strong, you can go to natural. Okay, and that shows you that haze that I had before, but it brings everything in fairly darn well. I kind of like the dark, though. Let's boost the shadows on the LDR, see what happens. It's taking its time. And that's not too bad either. But again, you still get that haze. So I think that when it comes to haze, the dark or the strong, I think works really well. And we're going to let it run again. Dun, 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 dun. You'll have to excuse me. I always kind of give those little things noises. Sorry I was so bland the other night too. On my, I was doing it late at night on my first video, and I was tired. That's okay, but it's still a little too dark. But this is a program you can fool with. Let me kick this off. It's gonna say save. No. Here it is. This is what it looks like on the browser. And you're going to look for the free version. Yeah, there's a free version in here. So, see, you say it's download. You're going to go to download. This works, by the way, very well with with Lightroom, which I use a lot of. Okay, so Easy HDR 3.4 with Lightroom plugin. As you can see, even with the more expensive ones, they're only about 21 megabytes. Again, something that can work on a laptop. As long as it's 7, XP 7 or 8, you'll be fine. And this is the free one. Okay, so you're going to be able to download this puppy. And then there's user manuals. Okay. And this kind of gives you an idea of what this is the paid version. And you really want this when you want to align images. Ladies and gentlemen, when you take a photograph, you're going to make sure you take your photograph, those 3 photographs on a tripod. You're going to make sure you don't move your camera. Okay, but if it should be moved just a tad, an inch, a second, you're going to end up with real problems. And the whole idea of using the f-stops is to give it the contrast that's needed to really make it spark out. You could see what I did with 1 photograph. Imagine what you could do with 3 and changed f-stops. Absolutely amazing. Okay, and so the freeware is number 2. And there you go. There's where you download it. Right there. So that's www.easyhdr.com. Download /basic PHP. Download that puppy. Put it on your computer. Very stable little program. And you can start making photographs like the rest of us crazies have been doing it for a while. Enjoy yourselves and have a good day.